Hello. Hello, everyone. I had some technical difficulties because that's just what happens when you're doing something like this. I'm excited because today we're going to talk about the 5 items every speaker must have to get booked. Because if you want to travel the world, you want to grow your brand through speaking, you got to have these 5 things on, period. You got to have these 5 things so that you can keep getting booked over and over again. Now, I am your host, Phylecia Jones, and you're watching Travel the World as a Speaker, and I get to talk about 2 of my favorite things, and that is speaking and that is traveling, and then how we can leverage speaking so that we can travel the world. So I definitely want to talk to you about all the fun travel stuff because I give you a travel story, but I got to give you these elements when it comes to being a speaker so that, you can get yourself into your A game so that you can book all kinds of travel all over the world. Now, this week we've been talking about weather, and my question to all of you was, have you been anywhere where the weather just kind of ruined your trip for you? Now, I've told you about some of the places I've gone to where it's just too hot, and then I was unprepared for the cold. But I gotta tell you, when I went to Iceland, I knew it was going to be cold, but what got me in Iceland was the fact that it was like nighttime, like all day. No, seriously, I think daylight came at like 11 and the sun went down at 4 o'clock. So you're just bundled up the entire time. And I've never worn like wool gloves and hat and scarf because it was so cold, but I was still cozy because I was like in the extra warmth of everything. So it wasn't bad. So, you know what, when you have the chance to go to somewhere cold, you just got to be prepared. You can't do like my first trip where, you just kind of took a light jacket and just hoped for the best. But Iceland was a really cool one. If you do go in the winter time, I'm not sure. I guess there is a down season. But one of the things that we did do, because, hot water is of abundance there because it's like a volcano, we were able to hike to one of the hot springs and, put on our bathing suits while it was like 10 degrees outside and sit in a hot tub. Well, I guess it's like a hot spring. It was kind of neat. So we sat there and watched the fireworks. This is right after New Year's. So if you ever get a chance to go to Iceland, I highly recommend it. It is expensive though. Ooh, it is expensive. Hey, Annette. She's joining us here on the YouTube channel. Now, of course, that was just my little travel story for you. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. If you got any questions about anything, make sure you slide them into the comment box here on Instagram, or on YouTube here. So I'm looking at all my monitors to make sure I'm doing right because my technology has just been like doing weird things today. But, that's just what it does. All right, so let me go ahead and jump into what we're going to talk about today, and that is the 5 items every speaker must have to get booked, especially if you're really trying to leverage all of this so that you can travel the world. You got to have your A game up and going when it comes to speaking. Now, for those of you on YouTube, I got some colorful little things so that you can look at. They're out of order, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. For my friends on Instagram, you just got to listen to me. That's all you got to do. You're going to have to listen to me, and hopefully I'm making sense. That's about it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. When it comes to being a speaker, these are the things I want you to have, not necessarily just to get paid, but this is stuff for my newbie speakers, my experienced speakers, just reminding you that you cannot cut corners if you're trying to get paid for real. Now, if you want to get paid like $50 and stuff, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to get paid, if you want to get better gigs, if you want to negotiate the gigs that will pay you, you're going to have to up everything that you're doing so that people can look at your website and say, you know what? Okay, this person is worth getting paid. So here's the first thing that I want you to have as a speaker so that you can get booked is that have a proven talk with the transformation. Your job is to transform the audience. That's it. You can educate them, but the goal is to take them from point A, cry through point B, and then give them out, and pop them out on point C. That is what people are paying for when they are getting you on stage. They are looking for a transformation. If it's for the company, for the individual, for a business, when it comes to sales, whatever it is, you need to wrap your talk into something that is proven. Something that has been proven to you. Now, you can have all the great stories, but it needs to also be proven that other people can do it as well. So make sure you have a proven talk with a transformation. The second thing you need to have is a website. I know. I know. I think the days where you could get away with not having a website are gone. Right now, people are booking you through your website or whatever means that you are using to book to get speaking gigs. I don't care if it's just a one-page landing page. People need to see all the elements on your website. They need to see what your talk is about, who you're talking to, your testimonials. They need to see all of your credibility. So please be sure to have a website if you are a speaker or if you're trying to jump into the world of speaking. Now, the third thing that you need is the ability to sell yourself. Just because you have a website, just because you have a talk, just because you look good on stage doesn't mean people will come and pay for you. You need to be able to sell yourself. Remember, speaking is another product. The product is you. The product is your story. The product is the transformation. The product is your knowledge. You need to wrap all of that up, and you need to be able to sell yourself. Sell yourself on your website, sell yourself through social media, sell yourself in person, and sell yourself on stage. That is it. You are selling yourself. And I see this all the time with a lot of speakers. You know what? I don't want to pick up the phone. I don't want to get rejected. This is how it goes. You got to put in the work to convert the sales. And the sales is you getting on stage. You have to remember that. You have to have the ability to sell yourself. Learn how to sell, learn how to negotiate. That's all you need to know. That's it. It's going to be hard, but that's all you need to know. Annette is saying, I'm in the process of cleaning up my site and my speaker kit is done and I'm getting more products on my Gumroad page. Yay, Annette. What Annette is talking about, I love it. Not only is she selling herself as a speaker, but she is making sure that she has products to either sell or negotiate when she is on stage. Remember, my biggest thing for you as a speaker is to be smarter as a speaker, not just be a one-dimensional, just pay me to get on stage. I want you to make sure all bases are covered so that if we ever have to pivot, we can pivot into something else for a short amount of time and then get back into what we're doing. Annette is saying also, it's been so gratifying to me to be done with the speaker kit and have detailed info on my talks with the audience takeaways. I love that, Annette. So for all of you who are watching, the show is brought to you by iFind You Close. You can go check us out at iFind You Close. For you on YouTube, just look down in the description box. On Instagram, check that link in the bio. Hey, Love Sherry and more over here on Instagram. Now, the thing is, if you are needing speaking gigs, so that you can market your business, grow so that you could travel the world, I want you to come check us out at iFind You Close. Every Monday, we post a brand new batch of speaking opportunities. And one of the things that we've also done is that all of our speakers will get access to our new member orientation course. In it, I give you one of my cheats on how I keep up with speaking using Trello boards, give you how to organize yourself with your speaker kit, all of that, and keeping up with your pitching. So Annette sent a lovely message saying that she really enjoyed the course, and it's been a long time in coming, but it was definitely something I wanted to put up for the members just to get organized. For those who aren't organized, just some little cheats so that you can stay on top of your speaking game. Now, what we're talking about is the 5 items every speaker must have to get booked. So far, we've talked about having a proven talk with the transformation, making sure you have a website, and the ability to sell yourself is all coming down to you being able to sell yourself. So the 4th thing that you need is testimonials and referrals. This is how you get on stage, okay? You need other people to sell you. Get more testimonials of you on stage, not necessarily of all the testimonials of all the work you've done. We need clear testimonials of you being on stage. Now, the reason why I say that is because I spent 4.5 years booking speakers. I need to see that other speaker coordinators or event coordinators work with you. That is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody else selling you. The more you have, the better things will be. And when I say referrals, this is making sure that you bring your A game when you are speaking so that that event coordinator will refer you. That is what you need. You need more referrals. You need more testimonials. The referrals are going to come because you are amazing on stage. So that's why you have to always look at the bigger picture of everything. How you interact with people at an event. If you're nice to people, if you are engaged, you need all of that. Annette is asking, I love the Trello board organization. I'm using it for my performance gigs and dance projects too. I love Trello, just saying. Annette is asking, do you have a process template we can adjust for referrals? Referrals, no, I don't have a process for referrals. What you're going to have to do is, when you are getting your gigs, make sure you reach out to the person who booked you before the event and say, you know what, if you like what I've done, would you be willing to refer me to fill in the blank? That means you need to do the research to see who they are connected to so that you can get more referrals. Now, the quick and dirty way to do this, when you're out, especially local, you just ask, do you know another group of this size that needs to hear my message? You can do that, but when I want you to up your A game is I want you to have done the research before you go, so that, you know, if I go to my friend Jackie and I killed it on stage in front of her audience, and I say, hey, Jackie, I noticed that you're friends with Michelle Obama. Can you hook a sister up? You know, and you could do that before the gig. It's just like, hey, if you like this, do you think you can like introduce me to Michelle when we're done if you like what I did? And of course, if she never gives you the referral, that means you need to do better. So you got to keep up. The referrals will just come naturally. That just means you got to keep doing a really good job. Okay. Do a great job so that people will always call you. And the great thing about referrals is that when you have a year like 2020 and you've been doing an amazing job, people will call you, and you don't have to work as hard, but that takes a few years to get to that. Now, the last thing when it comes to the items every speaker must have to get booked is confidence. Yay! Confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. I know it sounds like a buzzword. I know it sounds cliche, but you're going to have confidence to do all the things, like all the things. You're going to have to put on those big girl panties, put on those big girl Spanx, whatever you need to do, pull them up, tighten them up, because you're going to have confidence to go and negotiate. You're going to have the confidence to pitch 100, 200 gigs a week. You're going to have the confidence to pick up the phone and say, you know what, you need me as a speaker. You're going to have the confidence to get on stage and do your best every time. And you're going to have the confidence to sell yourself. This whole thing about speaking is all about confidence. The thing about traveling, so that you could travel the world, it's just having the confidence and the ovaries to ask. You know, you just got to be able to ask. That's why I say you got to have confidence in any of this. And I know a lot of us, we kind of poo-poo the word a little bit because it just sounds like an everyday word, but it really is true. You're going to have to be your own advocate. You're going to have to be your own advocate when you are doing this, and you're going to have to figure out a way so that you can keep staying in this game, because for every level, what did they say? For every level, it's a different devil. It gets harder and harder and harder the more you go. And if you don't have it in you to start asking for what you're worth, asking for what you need, asking for the stages you want to be on, you know what? Just go find something else to do. Please go find something else to do, because I don't want you to do something that's going to stress you out. Life is too short to be stressed out. Trust me. All right. So let's just review everything we got. You need to have a proven talk with the transformation. You need to have a website, your ability to sell yourself. I lost my place. Testimonials and referrals. And you got to have confidence to do all of this. Like, seriously, you got to have the confidence to do it all. Now, Annette is saying, you know, this is really helpful. It's important to research, because I get a lot of requests for podcast guests that have nothing to do with my show. They don't even dance. LOL. Yeah, you gotta do your research. This is, especially these days, you don't want to walk into something that you're not really sure of. Ask more questions. That's why we have to have confidence to ask the questions, and you got to have the confidence to be able to walk away from something that doesn't feel right. Trust me on this one. I have done it for some big stages, and it's like it just doesn't feel right. You gotta be able to walk away from it. And Annette is saying, it's so true. Whatever you need, need to do to change your mindset and build up your confidence, it is worth it. Love Sherry and more saying really great info. Love the list. Yes, for those of you on Instagram, all the cute little graphics are on the YouTube page if you rewatch the video. But I want to make sure you have these things so that you can start booking more gigs, okay? And if you want to get booked, you need to do it. And the list is very simple. Hey Heather, how you doing? And the list is very simple because, I didn't say you have to have a speaker reel, you have to have all this stuff. Now, at some point you will, but you can go for many, many years and just have some very basic stuff on your website in order to get booked. I honestly, and just being straight up honest, if you want to start commanding a lot more money, you're going to have a speaker reel at some point, okay? That'll kind of jump you from, you got to still be good though. Just saying, just because you got a speaker reel doesn't mean anybody's going to give you money. If you are good, if you are making money, but if you want to keep going up, you're going to have that speaker reel at some point. But these are just a few things to get you started, all right? That's all I have for you. If you have any questions for me here on Instagram, all you have to do is put them in the comment box. For those of you on YouTube, just drop them in the comment box. Because I get the notifications, I will respond to you and make sure an answer is there for you. So anything you have, as long as it's not like personal, like don't be creepy. Yeah, seriously, don't be creepy. Ain't nobody got time for that in 2021. But if you got a real question, just go ahead and let me know. Officially, it's not snowing here anymore. Hopefully it'll stop. And I'm pretending, that's why I got on my sundress. I'm pretending that it is summer. Pretending, even though I got on like furry slippers and I'm sitting in front of the fireplace as soon as I'm done with this. So with that, I got to go upstairs because I'm freezing. Take care of yourself. For those of you here on Instagram, I appreciate you. Love Sherry and more. And Miss H. Coconauer. Thank you. I hope you all have an amazing day. For those of you here on YouTube, thank you so very much. Go check us out at ifindyoukclothes.com. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.